welcome Live Undistracted with the phone safe system.
Thanks, Chris. My name is Mike Falter. I'm the co-founder and CEO of Live Undistracted, and we're developing a technology platform that we sell to commercial fleets that allow fleet managers to enforce their phone policies and eliminate the phone as a source of distraction for their drivers. We all know it's dangerous, everybody who drives a car. We all think we can get away with it, but sometimes you can't. So using a phone when you're operating a vehicle is very dangerous. So 2,300% or 23 times, that's the increased risk associated with using a phone while driving a vehicle. So very dangerous activity. So distracted driving is an epidemic. So some quick statistics. According to the National Safety Council, about 1 in 4 accidents are associated with cell phone use. If you look at the workforce, about a quarter of workplace deaths are associated with operating a vehicle. And then we've estimated through our research that this is a problem that costs commercial fleets in the U.S. over $2 billion a year in terms of phone-related accidents. Everyone knows this is a problem. Every fleet has a policy that prohibits phone use, but the reality is it's difficult, if not impossible, to enforce those policies to protect drivers. Our solution is phone safe. The concept is simple. We have patent pending IP that resides in a vehicle that determines when a vehicle is being operated, and then we have a companion app. When you operate that vehicle, it sends a signal to the phone that restricts and limits the use of that phone while you're driving, and then restores the operation once the vehicle stops being operated. Reports it to the cloud for tracking to a supervisor or to a parent. So we're chasing down a significant market opportunity for this. We see a market opportunity of over $1 billion. 3 major markets that we're looking at. We're looking at commercial fleets is the main target market. That's $500 million. We're also looking for youth drivers through the insurance channels, for parents who have a son or daughter using their car that they don't want to make sure they're driving safely, and also general user-based insurance. So within the commercial vehicle market, which is our main market, there's an opportunity by 2020. It's estimated it'll be close to 13 million vehicles that have some kind of GPS tracking, and our technology embeds very nicely into that solution. And the cost of vehicle accidents are significant, with an average vehicle cost of around $40,000. So if our solution is effective, there's a significant value proposition to our customers. So Live Undistracted was founded by my co-founder, Mike McGuire. And Mike has spent his entire career in the utility industry. And back in 2016, his company had their first fatality. And they strongly suspected that it was phone-related. And after seeing years and years of slow maneuvering accidents and suspecting that it was the phone, Mike went into the market and said, hey, this is a problem we need to solve. Where can I go to find a solution? And he was disappointed at what he found. So he started Live Undistracted in 2016. From there, he brought Steve Owens on board as a CTO. And I've been a CEO co-founder since August of last year. And we're developing this solution for commercial fleets. To wrap up, I want to show you a quick video, just a promotional video, give you a concept of what we're developing. And in the video, you'll see the app actually operating. Also have a table. Please stop by if you want to see the app. We are doing a small pre-seed round right now to develop our first MVP for fleet pilots later this year. So let me run through the video real quick.
Emergency vehicles killing 1 officer.
We are addicted to our phones. Fear of missing out is widespread and is a big problem for any company employing drivers. Live Undistracted has developed a simple solution that prevents phone use while driving, saves millions of dollars, and even people's lives. With Phone Safe, once the vehicle is engaged, the phone transitions to safe mode and prevents unsafe use. Best of all, Phone Safe only works when operating a company vehicle and does not interfere with the driver's daily activities. Phone Safe is a solution that drivers can stand behind. The Phone Safe system from Live Undistracted is the future of phone compliance in commercial fleets and beyond. Please contact us to learn more.
So in addition to co-founder and CEO, I also narrate videos. So as any of you entrepreneurs know, it's multi-hats when you're starting a company. So that's our company, and yeah, please stop by if you'd like to see the actual demo. You saw a quick snapshot of it working the video, but open up for questions. Sir.
Can the employer override the system to send a message to the driver?
Yeah, so the employer can either not take the app off of the phone or disable some functionality, so it can be overridden. But a key part of our system, we have a cloud-based reporting system, so that when a vehicle is being operated and it's paired with that driver's phone, it sends a report to our cloud system that says that this driver and their phone is secured associated with that vehicle. So the supervisor will know that that driver is not properly using the system. But the driver doesn't have to launch the app. That's automatic. So once they start operating the vehicle, the app automatically launches. In the back.
Does it have a passenger setting?
Yeah, so our plan, we're working at that feature set right now based on the core technology. We want to have a permission-based passenger capability. So what that means is each phone is registered in the system, and the idea is that each phone is registered in the system, and the system knows and is associated with the vehicle. And the system will know how many phones are in that vehicle, and as long as one phone, who is the driver, is secured, then the other phones can request a permission-based passenger mode so they can freely use their phones.
And then one quick follow-up question.
Yep.
Do you guys help with the adoption of this, or do you sort of leave it to the company to say, hey, here's this solution, this tool, now it's on you guys to sort of enforce the use and the adherence to the policy?
Yeah, so we don't set policy, and obviously when the system is installed, we envision that we can go in and help a fleet operator get it installed, get it installed on phones and up and running. But from then it should be basically interfacing with the existing telematics system, and it can be part of the regular reporting that many fleets already do on a number of different parameters, whether it's speeding, fuel usage. This is just another piece of information those managers have to make sure that their drivers are safe.
Can the phone take in data without you knowing it, like an email or someone leaving a message, or is it completely down when the person's driving?
Actually, the current iteration of the platform actually doesn't stop communications from the service provider. That's something we're potentially looking at the future. What we've done at the phone operating system level is we've limited and restricted access to the display. And the long-term vision is to have a package of offerings that basically models whatever that fleet's requirements are. But, yeah.
What is there a hardware component that goes into the cabin of the truck, or what's speaking to the app?
Great question. So on the demo, I actually have a little piece of hardware that's simulating the vehicle. So we have patent pending IP that can use external hardware, and we expect in the near term we may have to have some proprietary hardware. But our long-term model is a software-only solution, partnering with the existing telematics GPS tracking companies, where we can embed our software directly in that existing hardware, so it's simply a software upgrade.
Can you program like the parameters to what you can like lock? Like for example, would you be able to at least like program it in a way where you can just make calls and that's about it? Like no texting?
Right, and again, yes, that is the vision. So right now we have, so every fleet will have a different policy. Some may have what's called a zero tolerance policy, that's no phone use. Others may want to let drivers do voice calls. And so the technology will be flexible to accommodate whatever you as a fleet manager decides is you want to prohibit, want to allow your drivers to use that technology.
But for now, it's just full like lockdown mode.
For now, right now we're at proof of concept. We are raising money now to get to a full deployable MVP. Right now, it limits access through the display.
Oh, okay.
Right, and so prevents you from outbound calls, texting. We're working on inbound calls, but we have a roadmap for a full featured set development.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Chuck.
And emergency override?
Yes, we do. So that's built into the app itself. There's a quick 911 emergency button, so that if you do need to make an emergency call and for some reason you're operating the vehicle and the phone is locked, there is an ability for someone to make that call.
What kind of resistance have you received from potential customers, I think, at this point, just doing some of the market research and initial conversations?
Yeah, so that's a great question. So I think one of the questions we almost always get is, what do I do if a driver has a second phone? So I get that question a lot. And so we're actually developing a companion technology called Phone Detect. So every phone needs to be registered with the system. And so every phone has a unique cellular signature, Bluetooth signature. So we want to be able to detect that to determine if that phone is registered. The other big concern, especially in a strong market like we have right now, recruiting and retaining drivers is difficult. So we think our differentiator is the fact that you see that our system responds right away when the vehicle stops being operated. We want a solution that, like the video says, the drivers can stand behind because, a happy driver is a happy fleet, a happy owner. So that's kind of our positioning. I think I'm out of time, but please stop by my booth. I'm happy to talk some more. Thank you.
Thank you.